Hey guys, it's your girl T. Okay, so earlier today I had posted a comment on my Facebook page saying that I was going to go see Django Unchained. And I just got back from the theater, so I wanted to make this video because I told you guys I'd make a response as soon as I saw the movie. And first of all, let me get back to my initial video that I put out first. That video was not a movie review. That was just my thoughts on the whole Cat Williams and Spike Lee situation. At that point in time, nobody had seen Django. We were waiting for it to come out that day. And I had no intentions initially of going to go see it because I'm not into Westerns, and I thought it was going to be more of like a Western movie. And the previews really didn't, pull me in. But once you guys started emailing me and leaving comments and coming on Facebook and telling me, T, you got to go see this movie. It's a really good movie. You're going to like it. It's not, your typical Western movie. Quentin Tarantino did his thing. Go check it out. I mean, I got so many messages from people like, just go watch the movie. And I finally did. I took you guys up on your offer. I went to the Django movie theater around the corner from my house, and I sat there for almost 3 hours, and I watched Django, the D is silent, Unchained. And you guys, I love the movie. I honestly did. Quentin Tarantino outdid himself. And that's why I said, and it wasn't no disrespect to Spike Lee, but that's why I said sometimes to me he comes off as a hater, or he comes off as kind of bitter, because I hate the word hater because he's entitled to his opinion. But I think he shouldn't have gave his opinion until he sat down and watched the movie. Had he seen the movie and then said, this is what I didn't like about it and broke it down, then I would have respected that more than to just go off of the previews and say that the movie sucked and that you're not going to see it. This movie was well thought out, well scripted. It was an amazing cast. I mean, the characters were very developed. I mean, each character, regardless if they were racist, if they were the good guy, the bad guy, you felt every character. And let me start right now with Django. The D is silent, okay? I realize that now. At first, the reason why I said the Django, because the clip I saw was a part in the movie where one of the white guys called him the Django. But I never saw his rebuttal where he said the D is silent, so I missed that. So yes, his name is Django, the D is silent. But his character, Jamie Foxx, did an amazing job. If you like Jamie Foxx and Ray, you're going to like Jamie Foxx in this movie. What I truly loved about the movie is this was like he was like a black superhero almost. There's not many times in movies that we see black guys, play the hero, play the main character. And that's what I took away from that movie. Jamie Foxx did an extraordinary job. I was really proud of him when I left from the movie theater. I was like, dang, I really wish this character existed during slavery days. For a black man to be so in love with his wife. This was like a black love story. For him to be so in love with his wife that he would go, to the ends of the earth to go find her and kill all these people just to be with his wife, it just spoke volumes, and it was just a really sweet love story. And I really like that. You have guys who won't cross the street for their wives, and he don't want, clear across the country to go find his wife and end up taking out a bunch of people along the way. So his character was wonderful. He did a really, really good job. I loved his sassiness. I love how he talked back to the, to the white guys, how he stood up for himself. This movie was exciting from start to finish. There was not a part in the movie that did not excite you. It's like you want to know what's going to happen next. It's hard for something to keep my attention for a long time. Either I'll fall asleep, I start getting drowsy, my mind starts wandering. You don't get that during this movie. Like, this movie holds your attention the whole damn near 3 hours. It holds your attention. I will say there were some really bloody parts, and I'm kind of sensitive to stuff like that. It kind of made me squirm, but I understand it's part of the movie. That's what brought the excitement of the movie, and that's, classic Quentin Tarantino. Just to see a man that was a slave be able to outwit all these people and exact revenge, I thought that was really, really cool. Now on to Leonardo DiCaprio's character. It was crazy to see Leo in that character. I'm a big Leonardo DiCaprio fan. And it was crazy to see him in that character and, saying the N-word all the time and stuff like that. But again, he was in character. He did a great job bringing that character to life. I think the one part that did bother me in the movie was the whole Mandingo fight that happened at the one plantation. That bothered me, to see these black men fight until the death. And I believe stuff like this probably really did go on during slavery days. And what kind of bothered me with that is the fact that for this black man to look at this other black man and fight him until the death, it kind of reminds us of what some of us do to each other today. How we don't look at each other as brother and sister, and how we're so quick to pull a gun and kill another dude. You know, so I kind of felt like, damn, maybe that's where it started, you know, that implantation and having that slave fight that other slave until the death. Because a lot of us do that nowadays, where we're willing to go out here and take another man's life and not think twice about it. So that part kind of disturbed me, but I understood why they put that in the movie, and I have no doubt that that really happened. There were other disturbing parts, like when the one guy couldn't fight anymore, how Leo released the hounds on him. And I thought that was, you know, that was horrible. But again, things like this really happen. So, and I think Quentin Tarantino really put it out there how it was in slavery. It wasn't sugar-coated. You know, that's really how it was. He didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't try and, you know, dumb it down. He didn't try to make anybody comfortable. You know, there were scenes in that movie that made you really, really uncomfortable, and I respected him for taking it there. Now, I think the one character who irritated the hell out of me was Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson played the hell out this house slave. He really did. I mean, his features, the way he looked. I don't know if they had prosthetics on him or what they did, but he just looked really, really old and stern. And he really brought that character to light. And the crazy part is you still have a lot of house Negroes running around today. And he brought that role to light. He was the villain. He wanted to be white so bad. I remember the part at the table when Leonardo DiCaprio was talking, and it's like everything he said, Samuel L. Jackson was agreeing with. He was talking right along with him. And it reminded me of that old Malcolm X speech when he spoke about the field Negro and the house Negro. That speech ran through my head when he was hovering over Leo's shoulder and just basically, you know, just co-signing with everything he was saying. It was crazy, but Samuel L. Jackson did a remarkable job. You know, if you got pissed off at his character, he did his job. That's what he was supposed to do, was to piss you off and make that character believable. You know, the movie was outstanding. I would recommend it to anyone. Don't go off of what, you know, anybody else says. Check it out for yourself before you make a decision. You know, I'm glad I went to go see it, and thank you for everybody who encouraged me to go out and go see it. The movie was well thought out. It was exciting. It kept my attention, and I can't sit still, period. And I sat still for damn near 3 hours and did not bat an eyelash. I mean, literally, it holds your attention. Quentin Tarantino truly outdid himself, and I will give props where props is due. Point blank. So go ahead, leave a comment. Have you seen the movie? Do you plan on seeing the movie? And leave your thoughts on the movie. What parts disturb you? What parts were your favorite parts? Were you disturbed by the use of the N-word? You know, a lot of people did not like the fact that the N-word was thrown around so much. But again, you got to take it in context. You know, this was a time in history and that those were the words that were used. That's what was used towards us. You know, I didn't get offended by them, you know, using the N-word constantly, because a lot of us continuously use the N-word. So what's the difference? You know, so anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. All right, this is